Yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another great episode of Unleashing Success with your boy Grubs, if not me, with who else? I got a very interesting topic today. We're gonna talk about some throwback things. Um, a lot of things I've been sharing. First and foremost, thank you to the people who have, reached out and let me know how a few of the things they looked into came out, everything was official, which I said it would be. But I definitely appreciate you taking the time out to, you know, let me know so I can let other people know. I always tell everybody, keep this in mind. I don't do this for anybody to believe me. Um, Bank believe me. Um, the check believe me. That's really all I care about. If people are gracious enough to become a fan and listen to the story, I definitely appreciate that. But I ain't begging nobody. I'm just here to help. Um, why I say this topic is a throwback is because um, how I began my journey in the internet world was through websites. And a lot of people have probably seen, videos on my channel and notice it with some links in there and be like, damn, what the fuck are these? Oh, these links don't go to nothing. Those links go to my sites that I started out in my beginning with. You might see a link floating around or advertisement banner for something called Battles and Brawls. That was a tube site that I had ever since back in the VHS days. I always had a love for rap battles, rap tapes, DVDs, stuff like that. So when I got into the web, I came up with Battles and Brawls because at the time, I literally spent all my time on YouTube watching people get knocked out, um, just brawls, fights. That was my main thing: brawls, fights, music, and then rap battles started going on there. Eventually, old videos, stuff that had been recorded and I seen on tapes, I was still watching it. So I said, well, then let me put them together because it's something that could be big. And at the time, this was about 2008, I want to say. Um, when I got it, I bought it as a website. But even at that time, I had envisions of getting a venue, renting a boxing ring, actually having different events. And, you know, some of the times people always say, if you got something that's not a vintage, just do it because unique sells. And I didn't learn that to maybe about 5, 6 years ago. Unique is the key. So my vision was I was gonna get this venue and I was gonna like try to find a venue that was like side by side. So instead of being open, it was like pause, left to right, long, where I could have like a stage set up for a rap battle, another stage set up for a concert, and a boxing ring set up. So when you buy your ticket, the tickets might be $75 for the event, but you would have been getting to see a rap battle, a person perform, and a person box. But back then, it was like, how you say, I started looking into getting a boxing license for it. Swear to God. Seeing it wasn't that expensive. It was on the same website where you go to register yourself as a boxer. Maybe like my hands license, my hands register are in the same site you go to, and you can apply for one in any state. Don't matter. And you got to send them all this stuff, your rules. It's a lot. Whole booklet you got to fill out. They had people you could pay that do it for you. But you fill that book out, you get approved once you get your license. Now you like the WBC and all them cats. You can I'm my own thing. I'm like MMA and stuff like that. And then I was going to turn around and make my own battle platform based off of it too. Because at the time when that was out, the only two that was really popular was URL and King of the Dot. Grind Time kind of came and went, but URL was like the forefather, and King of the Dot was like the one right behind. But they video quality was good. They was getting good battles. They was getting good views. So to me, they was the next one up. And I don't even know if King of the Dot was around before URL because that's from Canada. I ain't from Canada. I've been watching Smack since VHS tapes. So I don't know how long King of the Dot was until the internet, when we was able to go access it. But watching them battles, I'm like, damn, I know them niggas be in that joint pissed. So it's like, if you dare to see something else, it's like, okay, yeah, you're gonna be in that building for hours anyway, because this is the stuff that will go on while you waiting for the battle to settle. Like a lot of people be complaining, oh, they keep them out there waiting for hours to build the nostalgia. Yeah, fuck out of you build us out there for hours to make us pissed off. But say for instance, if you can go over here and watch not an amateur, but because I mean by you having that boxing license, you can actually invite actual fighters to come in and fight. So I'm not saying I can get like a Charlo or Boots Ennis or somebody, but I can get the top dog from this gym and the top dog from that gym to come see who's the best. And then I can start doing, making some calls and I can get the top dog from the local gyms, the Baltimores, the DCs, the VAs, and they have their names if they the top dogs in their houses. And I'm not saying I want to fuck up nobody's career, but I can actually start my own boxing circuit to where I'm gonna get you the fights that the streets want to see and not the people want to see. So if they want to see the best boxers and be more, hey, we got another Tank out here. We got a Tank too. What's up? All right, we're gonna put them on a platform so that way we know people coming to see something that's exciting. They say, sorry, you know that some people coming to see something exciting on every stage for that night. The battle is going to be, of course, battles are a little different. You can get some big names if they know they're going on something like that. That's a mega card because it'll probably be like three battles that night along with the concert and the match. So you really can't beat that. I mean, I'm just saying $75 because I think that would be fair, but I don't know how big of a venue I can get that can do all of that. I would figure a venue that big would hold a lot of people. But it's a dream that I had. I never really took it too far. And I'm gonna say shout out to old head boy E. He be with well actually be around Gilly, but I remember he one of the first people, he was like, bro, I like that shit. He was like, yo, you ain't even gotta say no more, bro. I love it. Anything you need to help get it set up, I got you. Call me, whatever. Yeah, I use my name. Anybody I can get the battle on for me just to get you rolling. Like he was there. He definitely tried to look out. Um, I feel bad that they going through what they going through now. I had a pretty good conversation with Beasley from URL. He seemed pretty helping. What Beasley offered to do was I had to pay URL 15,000. But think about it. Most niggas would have been like, man, fuck out, I ain't paying URL shit. Okay, I'm gonna show you where the businessman come out. For that 15,000, instead of me saying, okay, I got a battle. What's up? Nigga, ain't nobody gonna show up. Beasley said that he would have put together a battle, being though that URL is respected. They was building proving ground and all that back then. So now he was like pretty much what he's saying is I'll get you two proving grounds and a headliner, like an Arsenal or somebody, with that package. And what we gonna do is I'll roll it out as a URL battles and brawls event. And you come up, you on stage, you can host, whatever you want to do, stay in there, whatever. Like all I still got the email to this day. So that's why I tell people I don't know if cats get a bunch of money and start doing bad business, but I found that very fair to me because I didn't have no money to get no venue. The venue would have $15,000 would not I would not have been able to get a venue, flyers, promotion, artists, security, everything. Getting these artists to the show. That 15,000 is all I would have had to put out. I mean, like I said, I got the email. It read plain, like straight through, no bullshit, no smoke and mirrors. Now I can't say, oh, he ran off with the money. No, I didn't go forward because at the time I didn't have 15,000 to spend like that in the open, and I had to make an educated decision, and I didn't know a smart way at the time to get the money to where I could spend it, and I let the opportunity go past. And next time I reached out to him, he went like 25, 50. But I respect him for doing that. The other person that was sincere, because like I tell people, I mean, these cashiers talk to him. Um, I had the conversation with Q. Well, he passed the ball from World Star. I remember when I was trying to get videos on that John, man, like I was telling him what I was doing. And he was like, yo, you have an event, bro. He said, I'll give you your first 10 Jones discounted, like 200 a post. Still got the emails. He was like, I want to stack, but I like what you're doing. I'll give you a deuce a post. And if everything blow up and you want to, let us brand with you, and I was that's why I say, man, the opportunities was there. It's just with me, I never had a team around me. It was just me. The tasks I got done, I did, but it was never a complete team. That's what I'm in the process of doing now, building a team around me. A few good people, couple billfolds, um, some good minds, focus, and I'm gonna try my best this time around to just don't focus on a product, brand me, and then people will believe in what I produce because I'm a name brand myself. I got a good quality stand. So when I release more clothes, people already know, okay, he official. Let me grab them, Joe. I know that shit tight. When I drop new products, new websites, oh yeah, let me go visit that joint. That's the boy. Yeah. I remember him. His shit paying out. Let's go see what he got. And then when they go there and the shit be top shelf, A1 looking like everybody else, that's when I'll be smiling like, yeah, that's what's up. But like I said, all I gotta do is go on my server and check the IP traffic. So I'll be knowing when people visit these domains. I don't know who you are, but I do know there's people visiting. And for something that just came out or something that's new, I don't think it'd be a ton of people visiting something that just came out or something that's new. So, like I said, I definitely appreciate the people who watch and actually go and click and see what it's about. But next thing, like I said, um, Battles and Brawls, like I said, that was my baby. That was like my first site that made sense to me. Even though, people was telling me, oh, that word brawls is so vulgar. Cause see, back then Google was like the biggest pause dick weeds in the world when it comes to certain keywords: fight, shoot, gun, brawl. Nah, you're gonna get low search. Even though people watch that type stuff constantly, that wasn't the algorithm at the time. The algorithm was more about tutorials teaching you how to do shit, DIY stuff. That was the tutorial back then, education. And then it switched. Maybe because, like I'm saying, so many of those videos was getting watched. So that's the reason why the pitch switched, and then it became solely just negativity like it is now. So that's the reason why I tell myself maybe it is a good time to reinvent it because that's the only project that I have that can sit in any type of negative light. And I mean, it's just really a boxing and rap battles that happens anyway. So I mean, that's the closer you're gonna get to the dark side of anything or the, you know, altercation sides or any of that shit. That's the closest you're gonna get. Um, as I progressed on, I started to shit, I became a whiz at picking domain names. I mean, I was nice. I mean, I can't say, I got everyone. But you know, I was getting some real good picks to the point where the GoDaddy service was like, damn, this show is available. Yeah, I got it. Bottom Jones for straight estimated value, quadruple. You only paying back then. I was paying $7.99. That joint was estimated at 4 or 5K per name. And I was trying to show. I had a video on the channel before that got deleted. I don't know. I didn't sign in for like 5 years, and it wasn't on there no more. But it was a video with me proving how I was being sandbagged by the whole little system or whatever, and it got taken down for some reason. It had nobody names in it, nobody pictures and images, but it got taken down. But after I got the whiff, I was like, okay, the brawl's word is vulgar. So start thinking positive, start thinking positive. So I like music. And if I can remember, the next one I bought was Verses and Hooks. Um, that was about 2009. I still own Verses and Hooks to this day. I still own Battles and Brawls to this day. Um, thirdly, I'm just going to the key names because some of these, like, I'm not going to name all the domain names because with it back then, I was doing a method what they was called pointing. So I was buying old, out like old expired domains that was getting hundreds of thousands of visitors a year still somehow. And I was buying those domains and pushing the traffic to my site and they grew somehow. So they was getting like 175,000 visitors a year when I bought it. And within like a year and a half, that Joe was getting like 4 or 5 million visitors. This was to a pointed domain because some people park them, some people point them. I used to point them because it helps when you build backlinks back then. If you got 5 domains pointing to your one, oh, that's going to tell that crawler, who this motherfucker with 5 domain names pointing to? Even though it's a whole big world, but 5 domain names pointing to your shit? Hold up, man, something good. So it used to give me better visibility. Yeah, man. But the next one, like, yeah, I was deep in that shit. But the next one I bought was I always kept saying something about people needing jobs. So I bought Who Got Work, which I still have now. Probably re-release it. That's the reason why I'm talking about these joints because I've been wondering on re-releasing them. I know I had them for a reason. I held them for a reason. So I think it's time. And the way that I feel, um, people have to understand that I see billions of dollars in my future. So when I start building on top of what I've been building, I can have a pretty good empire. And I really see a either hundreds of millions or multi-billion dollar empire. If I put everything together, brand it properly, and put it out right, I think I can make something legendary. So that's what I'm doing. But when I purchased Who Got Work, had a lot of friends that was, oh bro, I can't find no work. I need a job. I can't find no work. I need a job. And I used to tell them all the time, man, sometimes you gotta be the job. I was fortunate, to be the job. So that was always my motto. Man, you can't find a job, fuck it, be the job. So I bought Who Got Work. And in the beginning I had just plugged it into an Indeed ready-made site. Didn't really like that. Didn't pay well. And time progressed on. And I did a deal for a nice chunk of change with Monster.com. Oh yeah, there's some things I can't talk about. But I did a deal with a nice chunk of change with Monster.com, if y'all remember them. That was a job for him back in the day. Another deal I could talk about I did back in the day because being those that for legal reasons they sold the company and changed the name. So I can say it because the deal kind of altered, but I had a deal with I did a big deal on the domain name with Weight Watchers back at the time. Yeah. Anybody think I'm capping? Monster headquarters is in Chicago. Still got the emails. Keep all my receipts, man, because I don't know when people ever gonna get goofy. But nextly, I did a real good deal with Weight Watchers at the time for a domain name that I had tied to a blog that I started on my journey of me losing weight at the time. Um, that was pretty cool. And that's about all I could talk about on those reaches because I could talk about Who Got Work because I actually, well, see, when I say deals, they make you say it as like you sold it. But what I did was I did a partnership deal where I gave them full access to it. The one with Weight Watchers, I actually sold it. So I can't say nothing. Who Got Work was only 10 years, pretty much. It's like buying a car. Um, they wanted to buy it for like $75,000. And I said, nah, I'm cool. So what I did was I said, okay, let's do something where we both can eat. And we can also expand the relationship while we both eating. And what we did was it was like a 10-year deal, like leasing a car. Can't say the amount. It was nice though, but it was like leasing a car for 10 years and you paying a monthly payment of 2,500 a month to lease this car for 10 years. So I was smart enough because I knew that one had something special with it, and I knew in the future I would want it back. And looking at all these garbage ass job forms out here these days, I see why I wanted to retain use of it because the Weight Watchers one, it would have been cool to still have it now, but I'm not in that part of my life. And that would have been one where it wasn't fun to run, being those that I'm not at that part, I'm not losing anyway. Like, type of things went far on down the list. I said, I know it was 42 altogether. I really don't know what I bought at the Who Got Work. Because, like I said, Who Got Work, I decided to do that deal with them because I was about to turn it into a felon hire only job board back at the time, but the job market for felons was very, very scarce. And I didn't want to sandbag myself and end up not having no success with it at all because I was trying to play to a field that was real hard to play to false. So I just did the deal so I can, make the bread off of it. But yeah, if I'm correct, it was a 10-year deal. Um, it ended in 2018, if I'm correct. So we started in '08. So that was pretty cool. I mean, the rest of them, like I said, I sold a few domains to corporations, not just regular people. So I don't have any paperwork with them. Like I had another one called CorpHut, CorpHut.com. CorpHut was supposed to be my free way to teach everybody how to start LLCs. I wasn't going to charge the thing. I was going to have everything step by step, state by state. And what happened was with these domain names, you had to register them. And some of the times when you own that many, they bought on different days. But I used to just be sitting on the computer, open my email, GoDaddy and send me a coupon, get a domain name for $2.99. Oh, bet, let me get that joint. I'm gonna buy it. So they was bought on scattered days, and probably it was a time where I had left the internet for a while. I'll get on there and check some. Nah, I ain't gonna start checking on emails. I got on there with a purpose. If I had to do something, I was fixing something, I look on YouTube. I wasn't really into that part for quite some time. And I think some names I had pre-bought for years. Some of them I didn't because it probably was the time I ain't had that much bread. So I just bought it for the 1 year. I was like, oh, I'll get more years on it later and just forgot. And I end up losing a lot of that specific reasons. Just forgetting to renew. Fast forward on to now, shout out to GoDaddy. I get like 60 days joints. So if I forget, I can get it back for 60 days for just paying the fee. After 60 days, I gotta pay this extra $60 or something, and I can get it back. But there's ways to, get it back. They don't just sell it soon as it goes out. It's like a grace period or something. So maybe it ain't just me, but I get like a little grace period now. So I'll get crazy emails, payment fell, product payment fell, and that'll make me look. Because that's the only thing they should be charging my card for is something dealing with the domain name. I don't use it. I have my own server, so I don't use a server. I host my sites myself, so there's no money they should charge me for. But like I said, I lost a lot of them that way, and just those always stood out. And I used to just keep buying, keep buying. The name idea come up, I buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. I don't give a fuck if I turn it into a site or not. Then I got hit that WordPress was free. So I start, throwing out WordPresses, blogs, shit like that. Auto feeders to feed stuff to them, articles, shit like that. Get a nice little chunk of change off of that part too. Google AdSense used to be lovely, but that's what it was, and nobody knew none of this but me, because like I used to tell people, to me, I always was like, oh, I said natural born leader for one, because the way I was, if cat's going to do some crazy shit, I don't want to do it. I'm out. So I was never really a follower. When I started to tell myself, lead your own army before you try to lead the world, and it was the army of me. And then I started to build rapports that build following, and people start believing in what I was doing. Um, I also knew that it was good to venture out. So for me to have a lot of success overseas and stuff like that, that was cool too. Because that's when I was like, damn, it's hard making it over there. So I started, promoting myself in the UK and putting my content over there, tagging it right so they'll see it and they liked it. And they start sharing my stuff on their platforms. Um, put my stuff on, their YouTubes and their little, they had, every country got their own little tube site, like how we got World Stars and Vivo and Vivo and Deli Break. Everybody got different stuff. But that's how my content started to get shared because them cats over there actually liked what I was saying and they felt the movement. And that was pretty cool because then I was able to get a lot of traction on new release sites when they came out based on my following over there. So I built a rapport to say, if I got 1,000 Facebook friends and only three of them go visit what I put up there, I didn't have to worry about that because I had a massive following that'll go check out what you know, I had the power. Like at first, it was a time where I was feeling myself because I had so much traffic and nowhere to send it to the point where I was like, God damn, bro, you got all these visitors. I was getting about 4 or 5 visitors a week. Yeah, about a week at that time when I felt like I was untouchable because I had so much traffic. My Google AdSense was doing great. I was running ads from Juicy Ads, Ad Bright, um, shit, every ad network back then. Shit, as soon as they do their homework and check my Alexa rating, bro, they approve my site, no problem. That traffic was popping. And I had everybody joins a rotation. They was paying pretty good. I had people on prime time ads, but I was like, man, I know it's somewhere I can do. I got more ad spaces I never used in the script. So I'm like, bang, that's when I started promoting my other sites. They were horrible. As you see from the other videos, they were horrible, horrible advertisements. But that's when you start seeing stuff popping up in videos about battles, brawls, and stuff about who got work and things like that. Because I was trying to use the traffic to cross promote the sites. And I figured, that was me thinking back then. I made a baby, it grew up, and it was gonna make other babies. That was the whole dream. How the dream got shot down was by me not being a coder. I was doing a lot of hiring, Fiverr, freelancer, just cut it short because there was so many sites I used back then. But I was using freelancers. And the first freelancer I used was too nice. Should have known not to trust him. But the first freelancer I used, he put a bug on my site where he was creating bad profiles just to use the website area to promote SEO on a high traffic site. Um, what that does is it sounds good, but it's not good because in Google eyes it makes you look shaky. So that kind of fucked me up in my traffic part. Now I bought a bot to clean it and get rid of them. And after all the smoke cleared, I had about 50,000 users at the time because the site had ended up being turnkey. The users, it turned into YouTube. The users are uploading the content. Um, I got over the bug phase. I was from the streets. I didn't know that you couldn't talk crazy through a keyboard. I mean, you can, but I didn't know that that wasn't the way to move. So I ended up in a bad dispute because I was having issues with something dealing with my server. So I reached out to the server company and asked them to fix it. And they got butthurt. Like something was wrong. And they took their time and I'm telling them, yo, I got a lot of fucking visitors come to this site, this Joan Whammies, yo, get my shit fixed. They deleted my whole account for vulgar messages towards them. Blocked me on email and deleted my whole fucking server account. Yeah, so if any of you guys out there know, if they came through with a wrecking ball and knocked my fucking house down. But the only difference there wasn't none of my memorabilia or belongings there. It was just flat land with grass. That's what they did to me. And that's when I learned these niggas is pussies on the line. That was the nerd stages. And that's when I became the bad guy. Because now I gotta go and get another server company. HostGator was just coming up at the time. I want to jump on HostGator, but their rate was crazy because the amount of content that I was storing and the amount of users I had, man, that shit was crazy, man. Crazy. But I made it through that hiccup. And then I ran into another hiccup with a freelancer. He was supposed to pause, reskin my site. He's supposed to make a one-off skin that sits over top of the existing skin that makes it look unique to me. He turned the site gay. Well, he put some of the weirdest stuff up there. It did screen battles and brawls. The color scheme was off. Everything was just off. So I asked him to revise what she was supposed to, and he refused to revise. And freelancer.com refused to pay his ass because of the way that he communicated after he finished working. But the way that he did it, he kind of screwed it up so bad. I couldn't, the people behind was like, man, the code, he fucked the original code up so bad. I don't even know how to unscrape it. We're going to delete everything and restart it. Once you upload a new script, you can't upload user accounts. You know, they didn't know how to back them up and re-upload them back to the script when they came. So I would have lost all 50,000 of my user profiles. The videos that they put up there, they could back up somehow, but they couldn't back up the people profile. So it was like, damn, everybody got to come back and re-sign up. That's fucked up. A lot of them gonna be like, nah, man, we can actually watch the videos for free anyway, so we don't have to sign up. Why we gonna go waste our time and make another account if we ain't got to, as long as our videos is still up there? And that's the way that I thought. So I was like, man, you know what? The traction is getting slow because the first thing when they deleted it, I took a hit. The site was down for almost 7 days. I stayed on the Twitter to let people know it was coming back, but it was down for 7 days. That was a big hit. So when they came back, I was only getting like three, 400,000 in traffic a week, which dropped my advertisement money a lot. 'Cause I was getting millions. I swear like 4.1 if I'm correct. Because I know when it totaled out, it was like maybe close to about 33 million users a month that I was getting on the server because they was killing me in bandwidth. So what I did to save myself money in bandwidth, I scraped all the videos and I redid them in embeds. See, back then that was a good tactic because people do it now. But when you embed a video, the video is not hosted on my server. The video was hosted on whoever server you embedded the video from. You're just bringing that video and player to my site, and that's where it's going to show it to the general public. And the only thing that's being hosted on my server is the words, the thumbnail, all that stuff is being hosted on my site, but not the main bulk load of it, which is the storage of the video, depending on what the length of the video, and the imagine about how many people watching it. That's what bandwidth is. And bandwidth is expensive. Back at that time, I was paying maybe like 200-300 a month in server fees to host that joint. That's how much bandwidth and storage I was using. And that joint used to get maxed out. I had to call back, bang, can you add another package? You add another package. I had like 5 packages put together to run that shit. Like it wasn't no joke. And that package, that was only for one domain. My other domains was sitting parked on a cheaper server. Cause that's what I do. I had 2 servers. I had my big boy joint that was on web all the time. And then I had a smaller server where all the domain names sit and parked. They were sitting there parked with advertisements on it. And I let them sit that way just so they'll be online and active. And then when I'm ready to grab it and put a site to it, it'd be already been submitted to Google. It's in all the search engines already because they accepted park domains back then. As long as it had some type of content on it, it was considered as, it could be submitted. So we was on every, search engine and stuff like that. So I just grab it, put a site to it, and start bumping. It was that simple. Um, Definitely the way I used to have it set up because having to sit, like I said, it was something new to me. I didn't go to school for it. I never set out to do it. So I was learning a lot as I was going, but I was also spending a lot of money. Um, I use bots, very expensive bots. Um, People used to be ashamed to say that, but the people who made the bots work for Google. Just saying. Google bought out a lot of these people throughout the years that I used to deal with, and some of them I was friends with throughout forums and shit like that. But Google acquired a lot of the back alley people throughout the years, acquired them on board them out, pretty much paying them to stop doing anything that was costing them money, you know? So that was a pretty cool time. But like I said, the stuff they told me, Google stopped a lot of it there the time they evolved. Like I said, when they hired them, they probably paid them. They had to give up their ways with them, but continue moving with everybody else and long as it's helping check. Just stop fucking with our shit. Fuck with Facebook, just don't fuck with our shit. And that's the way that it was back then. But back at that time, like I said, I didn't think about saying I wanted the empire. I wanted the empire. No, I just was hyped. I own a bunch of websites. They was actually online. I could really tell somebody, go to this joint, www. Dot. Yeah, that joint real. I'm telling you. Then they go there and be like, yo, this your joint? Yeah, this my joint, bro. This joint crazy, ain't it? Yeah, this joint nice. And they give you that feel. Then they'll tell you, man, tell everybody, oh, you got this video up here. Damn, this video crazy. I want to see this joint. Because back then it wasn't a million videos that people was anticipating or seeing. It wasn't a million videos that people were searching for online. It was just a few. So it was easy to compile those videos. They were the trending videos on the internet at the time, so it wasn't hard to compile them within a few days. And then now they have stuff that grab you and put them there, and you get all the newest information. You just have to sit back a minute and get your site time to grow because, of course, if they start out with 5 or 10 pieces of content per day, and then by the end of the week you got 35. By the end of the month, you got 140, and then so on and so forth. You let it grow gradually. That's what they mean by organic and natural. You don't push it up the hill because if it come roll back on you, if you push it too fast and it roll back on you, it's going to crush you. So you let it build slowly, and then once you get used to the weight of rolling it up at the hill, you put your foot on the gas and just take off, and you should be good to go from there. And that's the way that I do a lot of these setups. So like I said, Alicia's success, you see all these episodes is pretty consecutive. So I mean I do it. I take my time out to do these for sure. Like I said, even between recordings for the other, podcasts that I do. And I got some other ones in the making too. That's that's another reason I came by to talk about that. See, people don't understand, right? Everybody is thinking of it now, you know, make these conglomerates and shit like that. They've been doing it with TV shows, but not with podcasts. So that's what I was trying to do. And some people be trying to, they have enough success with it. They say, all right, bro, I'm gonna make you a show. You're gonna get a show doing this, you're gonna get a show doing that. So what I told myself is, being though that I'm a natural creator, I told myself I would just create my own empire of shows. So by me creating my own empire of shows, one, it's a bigger sales pitch when it's time to go sit down and talk to the Showtimes or any other networks that might want to pick us up because it's more that comes with it. But it also gives them an opportunity to say, okay, well, we don't really like, guy in this show, but we fuck with this one. They got a variety. And then the type person I am, I'm not greedy. I'm not a star hog. So some of them I got sitting that I created that I see other people doing. where I want to bring them in and just, like I could hire some hostess to come and do the show. Like I tell people, you can't be an egomaniac to where you can only see something succeed in the truth. But I got a couple of them where I see like some young teenagers, energetic motherfuckers up there, dressing crazy, wearing glasses. They can do that type of shit. Mine, I ain't doing all that. So I'm getting that mindset to where I'm able to put together stuff with not just me. So if I can get, four people, four it's what they call it, inspired or uninspired, whatever, four people together to make them popular by doing these podcasts or being casted on these podcasts, that would be cool. That would be like really, really cool. Because now you might have people who want to be in the podcast world, but they don't have the time for the other stuff. The cameras, the microphone, the setup, the editing, the engineering. They just want to get dressed, come to the set, and shoot. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that's when you become like that. That's in a situation to where you're casting it. You're casted to do it. So that's when I started saying that's a pretty smart idea to do. Because it's a lot of people out here that want to do the podcast thing. And I mean, even just listening to them, and some people would be good at it. You just gotta see. I mean, to me, it's all about your homework. I mean, for now, like I tell people, a lot of this stuff be freestyle topics that be on my mind, things that I be wanting to get off my chest. I got a whole, notepad full of topics in my phone, but we're gonna say that for next season. I'm gonna freestyle the whole first season because to me, these whole episodes that y'all see are so raw and uncut because I don't want to hide anything. Next season, you gonna get the transitions, the editing, the music, and all that stuff. Dun. See, I try to wait because I don't want, I didn't want to, well, for one, it was parts of the podcast world that I didn't know. So, for me, I prefer to start small and work my way up. So, I really got into the podcast stuff. Like I said, I've been recording at a recording studio. And hey, I've been recording audio. So that wasn't the issue. The thing was, other issues where I'll show y'all guys in a second where I took care of that. But like my other issues, cause see, with me, I like to do everything, you know, correct. But like my first videos, when we would start recording in the podcast, the quality was different because I was using my phone. Now using an iPhone is not a bad idea, but at the end of the day, I was using my front camera because I needed to see what was on the camera so I can get, the best angles and don't look slouched in the video. You can see this stuff. So when time progressed on, I'm like, okay, I don't like the quality. So I went and bought a better way, a better key. Um, I didn't go 4K yet, but eventually I will. But I was cool because the quality is better. You can see, the shine, the glow, things like that. And I actually built the set, which I'm sitting in. That's the reason why the background is always blurred because I don't want to cross conflict anything. I got a whole set. I'm gonna break it down to y'all. Like y'all will see it one day, but it's what you see back like up in that area. That's the whole entire wall is black, and it's a big banner up there for the podcast that I designed. Like I said, that's the beautiful thing, about doing this stuff. When you can design it, you can think about it, wake up and design it. That's why I wish I could do every aspect of it, like wake up and do it. Like I can do the whole design work, but I can visualize the design and make it come to life, you know, like like a magician. So maybe that is what I need my niche design, and I do pretty good at it. But I got the background set up because I wanted to like I like that. Like, I even went and got an actual director's chair. Yes, I have an actual on-set director's chair. That's what you see sitting in that spot right there. Um, Director's chair, my microphone stand. But I kept saying that I was going to do the first season normally. Um, you know, Cheer, sitting here talking, virtual backgrounds. Season two, every podcast I had was going to be better sound quality, 4K cameras, more lighting, more design on the background. It's not just going to be banners, it's going to be other decorations. Just to give y'all a sneak peek, because like, see, Chronic Cinema, I got a lot of things that's I want to say in storage is at my other property, so I say in storage. But I got an actual popcorn machine that'll be sitting over there in the corner on set. Like I visualize props, but I don't have the money like most people to just say, okay, I got $20,000. Let's go ahead and build me a set. So with me, I gotta do things the smart way. I bought the director's chair off of Amazon about 65 bucks. The backdrop cost me about 30 bucks because of the size. I had to cover the whole wall. I didn't want to paint the wall in the house. The room is still, other colors. So I'll cover the whole wall. The actual big banner cost me about $17. And that was my set for less than 100 bucks. But then I got, start thinking everybody kept talking about Temu. So I jumped on there. 70 something bucks on Temu got me like 32 items, all dealing with cinema or movies. So then I get to spruce the setup a little bit more with that, put the popcorn machine in. There we go. I look like the big boys. I can go ahead. Actually, eventually, I'm gonna probably get an actual movie recliner. So, and then I got another wall right here, which I can put another color backdrop up and another banner, and I could turn the camera this way, and I could shoot for that show. I have another wall in the room that I can also use to do the same thing. So people just gotta visualize the thoughts that I do, and nobody would ever know if I didn't say this. Because the way that I would have everything set up, you would think that I'm in the studio. And y'all would never know that I'm shooting three different podcasts in the same room. I'm just turning the camera and decorating walls, complete walls. Like one of them, I even got carpet squares to put down because it's like I found these cool little carpet joints that got like movie scenes on them and stuff like that. But I would even put them down where that's what y'all would see the carpet as being. Y'all would never see the original carpet anyway. But you know, That's being a visionary at things, and that's not overnight. That's over time. I couldn't see stuff like that. I couldn't articulate it like I'm doing it now. But once I got better at it and kept doing it, that's when I was able to really be able to do what I'm doing, break it down and get better. And probably next episode, I want to say, because being as I got some new stuff to build off of, I'm gonna actually probably do a live logo build in Canva so people can see how easy it is or how simple it is or how I do what I do. Um, I'll also even show people how to do a website setup too, how to connect it to a server. If you don't have one, buy one. Like I'm gonna start like, give me all hands on the screen share shit. Talking is good, but that's why I show you where it is going to progress. What we do in the channel going to progress. And I'll show you why we really do everything. But as always, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And as always, I'll see y'all guys again next time.